Andrew, Jackson, thank you for that debate. You both did very well. Andrew, congrats on the win. All right, we have time for one more, but there aren't any groups signed up. Does anybody want to volunteer? Anastasia, Chance, thank you. All right, Chance, would you like to go ahead and tell us what your topic is?
All right, so our topic is on whether or not psychopaths have free will.
Okay.
So I'm going to argue that they don't have free will, and he's going to argue that they do have free will.
And who's going to go first?
That would be her, because I don't want to.
Fine.
What did you guys decide to use as a definition for free will?
So for the definition of free will, we went straight out of the book and paraphrased after that. So the book's definition was that having free will means that we can make choices in our own lives, and these choices are up to us. So we decided that free will is essentially having the ability to make choices and not having any outside influences on those choices.
All right. Anastasia, what's your opening argument?
Okay, so I am arguing that psychopaths do not have free will. One theory that is popular among philosophers who deny free will as a thing is called determinism. This is a belief that the future is determined by past events. So while we are still able to deliberate and make our own choices, our decision-making process is influenced by past events. For example, if a child grows up in a loving home, they are more likely to provide a loving home for their children. Likewise, a child who is in an abusive home is more likely to go on and abuse their own children. So based on events that happened in the past, there is only one future outcome.
Okay, good. Chance?
Okay, so my position is that psychopaths do have free will because of indeterminism. This theory is the exact opposite of determinism. It holds that the future events are not dictated by the past events. So for example, if I were to take the same route to work every single day in the past, I would still be able to choose to take a different route in the present because it isn't affected by any of the previous events, essentially.
All right, good. Time for the rebuttals. Anastasia?
Okay, you said that indeterminism is the idea that nothing causes events in the future. If that were true, then what happens in the future happens randomly and is not influenced by anything. That means that there is no free will. So in a way, indeterminism seems to support my idea that there is no such thing as free will, and therefore psychopaths have free will. Having free will would not even be possible.
Well, I wasn't expecting that. So, I do have a second, another school of thought, essentially, called compatibilism. It states that determinism and free will can coexist. So, free will is the freedom to make your own decisions based on your own motives. But our motives are influenced by the past. Pretend Anastasia here is a psychopath. She grew up in an abusive home, and she has the free will to abuse those around her. According to compatibilism, she is acting based on her free will because she is not pressured to do said actions. So just because something isn't directly caused by past events does not mean it's random.
Okay.
So Anastasia's past does not cause her current abusive actions, but it does influence her decision making.
Are you done now? Okay.
Yeah.
But according to this argument, my action would still be influenced by events in the past. That is not free will.
All right, you guys, this is a great argument, but we're running out of time. So Chance, you have about 30 seconds. Do you have any counter arguments?
I literally got nothing.
All right. Anastasia, what's your closing statement?
Okay. Psychopaths do not have free will. According to the theory of determinism, the past past directly influences the future. Psychopaths had something in their past that impacted their ability to have free will. Many things can enable this choice making. For example, brain damage can affect the way one thinks and believes and acts, and so depending on the part of the brain that is damaged, one can lack impulse and feeling and empathy.
All right, good. Chance?
All right, so since you kind of destroyed my indeterminism argument, I'm going to skip that, even though it's a large part. I'm going to, so compatibilism. It is possible for psychopaths to have free will while events from the past determine their futures. And that's it.
All right, good. So now we're going to put up to a class vote. Those who agree with Anastasia that psychopaths do not have free will, raise your hands. Okay. And those who agree with Chance that they do, raise your hand. Okay. We have a very clear winner, Anastasia.
All right.